Hey. Hi, it's your girl, Dezzi Pixels. I am a freelance illustrator and I help artists find clients and build businesses online. Today, we have a special topic. Oh snap, I actually did a special topic this week. Gas. So, this week we are going to talk about 7 ways to stay motivated as an artist. So, let's get started. So what made me want to do this video idea is, in my life, I have a lot of things that tend to go on at a given point of time. Between having to worry about life, having to worry about the things I do with drawing, with the things I do with the channel, with the things I do with another day job. It's a lot that you have to juggle and a lot that you have to split your attention with as an artist. And if you're anything like me, after a while you get just overwhelmed and you just think to yourself, wow, would it just be easier if I just stopped and just didn't do anything for 1,000 years? And while you might not want to do it for 1,000 years, our first one is, yes, you should take breaks. You want to take breaks because your mind, when you're doing creative work, has a limited gauge and tank. So if you're going really hard for a while and you're putting in all this time, effort, and creative energy into something that's complex, and you keep trying to do that without taking breaks, your mind will rebel against you. Anytime you try to come up with a new idea, it will yell at you, it will call you dumb, and it will shut down and make you stay in bed till 1 a.m. Next, to go along with taking your break, cultivate secondary interests. Secondary interest is what's going to recharge your batteries and make you not think about the 1,000 projects you have to do when you're taking your breaks. You want to tend to pick something that you know that it won't drag you in too much, but something that you enjoy, that your brain relaxes and lets you kind of recharge some during that break. Because if you're taking a break and you're just thinking about other stuff and it's stressing you out, it's not going to be as effective as if you're having your brain roam in a different area, stretching different muscles, so that when you do stop taking your break and come back, you have a fresher and clearer mind to do, everything with. 3, look at and save art you enjoy. I want you to take a time during the week, a time that's not stressful, don't put a lot of expectations and pressure on this, but go out and seek out art that inspires you and art that you like. Save it, love it, appreciate it. You need to take time to get inspired. So just if you're an illustrator or you draw, that doesn't mean just looking at illustrations. Go look at animations, go look at 3D models, go look at movies, go look at anything creative that's going to get your mind going. And if you can, save it, keep it with you, so when you need that quick hit of visual or mental inspiration, you have something you can come and look at. 4, revisit why you got into art in the first place. God, it's 1,000 degrees in here. You lucky I turned off my air conditioner because I didn't like the sound quality. But yes, revisit why you got into art in the first place. I know a lot of times when I get really enveloped in a project and I get used to doing a lot of work for other people, I lose sight a lot of the time of why I even got started in the beginning. And if you find yourself getting to that point where you're losing motivation and you're really not feeling like you love what you're doing anymore, you really do need to take that break, take that time, and reflect on why you got into it in the beginning. Did you get into it because you wanted to make stories? Did you get into it because you wanted to make cool characters? Did you get into it because you liked the community and you wanted to share your ideas with like-minded people? Having that focus and knowing why you started this in the beginning is going to be really helpful for keeping that drive and motivation for the long run of being successful with art. 5, have a personal project that you actually want to do. Going along with finding out the original reason that you got into art, along with your professional work, make sure you have your own personal project that aligns to your interests. Now, I know we talk a lot about catering towards your audience on this channel, but this is one of those things that if you're catering to the right audience, if you set up your business right, you should be in something that's at least corresponding to your interests anyways. So, what you need to do is make sure you have your own personal project that's where you can play around creatively, where you can try ideas and not have expectations of someone else's approval for you moving forward on it. This will keep you motivated because this will be a project that you have personal investment in, and hopefully if it's something that you want to do, you'll keep moving forward and want to see it completed. 6, go outside with friends. Now, this is one of the ones that I struggle with a lot. As artists, we tend to be solitary a lot of the times, unless you're one of those, fantasy social artists that go out and act or dance with a whole bunch of people and all that. But I know we tend to stay inside a lot working on our craft and doing jobs and work for other people. A lot of project-based work. So what tends to happen is we can easily go weeks at a time with not even going outside besides to get groceries or to do a couple errands. And now with even things like Instacart and other sort of delivery apps and things, you don't even have to go outside for that much anymore. You need to go outside. You need to see the sun. You need to see something green and not just your walls and your work, because that's going to drive you crazy after a certain amount of time. You might not feel it now. You might not feel it in a couple months. But you'll look up in some years, months, days, and you'll sit there with a deep feeling of profound sadness and depression. That's probably because you haven't seen anything green that moves or anything alive in months. So please go outside, and if you can, do it with friends. This helps take your mind off your projects and other things that you're working on, so your brain actually has time to rest. Because your brain is an engine. If you keep revving it up, if you keep having it go on and on, it's going to eventually get tired, it's going to crap out, and then you're not going to want to do anything, and you're going to hate your life. And 7, remember, at the end of the day, you are only competing with yourself. Now, I know, especially in the earlier sectors, when I say go and look at art that you love and enjoy and that inspires you, a lot of artists I know are perfectionists. You look at those artists that you believe you'll never hit or you'll never be as good at, and it can be as discouraging as it is inspiring. But you need to remember that art, while business is a competition, art is collaborative. And if you got into art, it's most likely because you love it and you wanted to create things the way that you saw them. That's why you need to look at art as your own personal journey. Don't look at other people's art, envying where they are and lamenting that you're not there. Look at it and say, that's awesome. What do I like about that? How can I use that in my work? How can I could be better tomorrow? How can I be better today than I was yesterday? How can I set myself up to be better tomorrow? But remember that you're only competing with yourself. Because at the end of the day, when you look at that first piece you did back in school or whatever, and you look at where you are now, you can just see that growth, that practice you put in over the time of your life. And that's important regardless of anybody else. So make sure that you know at the end of the day, this is for you. This is your life. This is your growth. You want to be able to look at it at the end and be like, that was great. I gave it my all. I did what I can, and I had a lot of fun along the way. And with that, we come to the end. Thanks for joining me this week for my special topic. My face hates me and is melting because no air conditioning. But thanks for joining me. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna get back. We're almost done with the archetypes. We have, I think, 2 more left. Yes, we have 2 more left. So next week we're going to talk about the Explorer brand archetype and I don't know, other stuff I want to. So anyway, this has been your girl, Dezzi Pixels, and I'm out, bitches. I'll see y'all next week and stay safe. I love you. Bye.